keep you awake? Would you keep bleeding on bottle, lie in bed and pour a drink of me? And let your friends think you're developing a problem, but we have.
That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Bill is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth. They're gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Holy! He's gonna get another one.
As Koi will quick scope heavy.
Not necessarily translate to control from the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just taking such a back control here.
Team kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have.
And we are live. Hello and welcome, Call of Duty fans. The K7 League continues now. We're on Season 3, y'all. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with my man Seymour, and we got 4 Trial down there in Producer's Box, producing away and making our jobs as casters just so much easier. We do appreciate that. What we got here today, Seymour, the showdown between Finale Gaming and Rated White.
And that is all going to be taking place right here for our Week 2 matchup for the K7 League. Like you did say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering where this is going to take place, and presented by our partner GitGudHosts, we have those maps exactly for you. And right off the hot update that was from last night, we're going to be starting off with hardpoint on Crossroads Tugboat. That's going to be an exciting one. Can't wait to see how it plays out with the new rotation in board. After that, Checkmate Search and Destroy. The third one, Raid Control. And as a matter of fact, if you're a fan of Raid, I hope you are, because we're going to be seeing a lot of that as if it goes the distance. Map 4 Raid Hardpoint, Map 5 Raid SnD if it goes all the way. Tugboat, this is going to be a good one. I can't wait to see what they bring.
Absolutely. We'll be getting a triple dose of Raid if we go to those games 4 and 5, but at least some on the tail end here in this matchup between Finale and Rated Gaming White. Rated Gaming having multiple teams in here. We want to run through the rest of our partners that do make this possible, of course. That is Innovated Gear, our official apparel sponsor. We do appreciate that. As well as Gamers Resort, actively making the world a better place, working with gamers and their mental health issues or otherwise, right? It's, maintenance is the more accepted kind of look when it comes to these things, I feel like. DropShotStats. Yes, I have incorrectly said the DropShot data people. What I meant by that is just DropShot offers us great data, because there's been multiple times I personally, I know you as well, have been able to spin a different narrative based on the numbers that have been given to us. Numbers don't lie, people do. I think that was part of a TV show that I saw once. Designed by you as well. You can see a lot of their work on display here today, but you can really check out more about what they're doing when you're checking out the K7 League on Twitter. Yes, Designed by You has their Twitter up, has their website up. You can find out what they're doing and more by visiting those locations. Can't give you everything.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, Rated Gaming, Finale Gaming, the rosters that we're going to be seeing, well, I'll introduce that for you. Rated White. It is going to be Kaiser in your captain seat, Freshie alongside him, along with Koi and Zuxim. I got it mixed up a little bit, but as you will see when I fill you in on the Finale roster. Now, let me tell you, that bunch of goofballs, Kelso in that captain's chair, Mercy alongside him, along with 00, and filling in for Reckless, Easy tonight. So they do have a substitution in here. That's going to be a little bit curious in my eyes. You know, Finale Gaming being up 1-0 here after a map 5 win in our first week. Rated Gaming down 0-1, losing out in map number 4. I want to see what comes out with this, because Finale Gaming coming off a tight game in week 1. You know, we might want to see if Rated Gaming or Rated White can kind of step up to the plate and play with a team that's already been through the ringer that far.
Yeah, so we are relatively close to the beginning of our K7 season, but both these squads coming out and at least not falling in embarrassing fashion by any means, putting up fights in their first game, but progress and the where they're at right now might be a little bit different. Again, at this point, I think we kind of have to talk about the changes that we're going to see
Oh yeah.
geographically and more on some of these maps. Seymour.
Well, we're looking at Crossroads hardpoint for the start of it. You know, a map that really plays from the left to right. If you're wondering with that, when we hop into it, I'll show you the mini map, kind of judges the spawns on how far to the left and to the right you are. It's really easy to kind of flip spawns if you push that line of scrimmage a little bit too far. So you got to be watching out for that. And changing up after last night, a brand new update from Treyarch right in our hands for Season 2 of Cold War. You know, they swapped over a little bit of these rotation points where point 3 to 4 ammunitions to back rock is now going to be ammunitions and fire all the way to ice on the bottom half of your mini map. So I'm going to be really watching out to see what happens in that rotation, what the change is, because that spawn is going to be quite equal to the left and the right side, where, you know, if you got those general first rotations, that the initial spawns over towards top rock, that 3 to 4 hard point, it's like a plethora of points that you could gain off of that combination. And, you know, with this change, it's interesting to see what this chaotic map of Crossroads will turn into.
Apt analysis followed up by a $5 word, Seymour. That's what I love casting with you, my man. Talk to me a little bit more about some of these other maps, even if we may not see them. Everybody watching this arguably is a fan of the North American amateur scene and a competitive player in some way, shape, or form, or at least interested in it. So I want to go ahead and hit the good people with information they may not have otherwise.
I do love some information. And, you know, if we do go the distance, we're going to be seeing a lot of raid. But up next, after this hard point, it is going to be Checkmate Search and Destroy. You know, something that's really determined by the ARs on the map in this, you know, coming into the meta, the XM4, a change up to the Craig. You know, we still do see the Craig, but the XM4, a lot easier to maintain that plane control for those assault rifles. They're able to kind of bat up against those AK-74Us, the submachine guns. So if we go to that game number 2, I'm really looking at game number 1. Can I judge the feel of those power positions that the areas are going to be holding? Who's going to be running what? What are we going to be seeing? Because Checkmate Search and Destroy, that's going to be a really big game to the team that loses out on this first map, and they're going to be looking to bounce back. So really look at the ARs to kind of show their signs in map number 1. I need them to come alive because game number 2 is going to be determined by them.
I am with it. Any team that does lose game number 1, the pure respawn game mode, would be looking to strike back on the Search and Destroy Checkmate, a map and a game mode that have not seen changes in the past 24 hours like we were previously speaking about. We'll touch on those a little bit more once they really come into play here, but again, Checkmate still par for the course. SMGs are going to reign supreme inside of this airplane. AR is going to control lanes on the outside all day long. And successes by teams are going to be determined by individual players' performances in each of those respective roles and geographical locations. We are starting this one up.
Yeah, when we do go to the map number 3, we'll dive right into the control and the hard points that are to come. But it does look like these players are ready to go. I don't want to keep you waiting. You know, we had a little bit of a late start to the stream, so let's get ready. Let's get hopping into this Crossroad hard point. I want to see what these players can bring, Tug.
Yes, sir. This will be personally my first time. Again, the changes coming in, about 18 hours ago or something like that, geographically to this map. And so this will be my first time with our new P4. Again, that'll be going from fire into ice. I do love the duality and the play on words there.
Oh, yeah, it's a song of fire and ice here. You know, everybody loves that dance. That comes into the tune here. Finale Gaming going to be on your blue side, Rated White on your red side, Crossroads hardpoint. And we are going to be watching Mercy right off the bat. You're looking for this chaotic hardpoint number 1 over at Tank to be a bloodbath, a brawl to be the least. And honestly, not really looking to gain a lot of points. Just keep your toe on it and keep it contested.
Yeah, this is going to be a determining factor when you talk about progress coming in, but this is trades all day long. Kelso providing some solid support from the side, and just like that, Finale Gaming not necessarily spawning closer, really, but should have a much better hold at trying to come into this one. Looking for feet and more. There's some already content on that one if we wanted to take it that far, but we shall not. We're not going to pull for low-hanging fruit here. Seymour.
You're looking at this second rotation, the second hard point. Finale with the spawn advantage for the swap. Zucks him on the bridge. You can see a fight off screen, looking to pull through, but Finale doing a really good job at holding this line of scrimmage. Nobody putting their feet on this first hard point. Finally broken through from Rated. They're going to get the scrap on this. Finale has to look to hold this as they are doing a good job at clearing this. Freshie gets caught off guard by Mercy in the back. 3 go down for Rated, and second hard point, the initial time to Finale.
There's no mercy, no quarter given as Mercy finds another one. Kind of playing the position on that, almost like more of a proximity grenade than anything else. As you'll see in our COD, no stun checks necessary. Kelso from the top, it does get taken out a little bit farther range. Mercy again popping off, and when you give these heads up to him, he's gonna make like a barber and takes him off the top every time.
He's 7-2 right now, starting off hot now. Rated, going for the flank, looking to pull spawns here. Zero with a double to keep them at bay. 48 seconds to 15, and Finale is only keeping this going. Now finally Rated breaks on. 20 seconds left as they're going to go for the scrap time once again. What you don't know is that you still have a split spawn from Finale to put some contention on that second hard point, and a battle over to ammunitions with number 3 Caslo in the back line, looking to pull these spawns in favor of Finale. Now he is going to get a kill in that, but you're still spawning up if you're Rated. You haven't spawned out yet, and that is because Finale, they still have some toes over towards point 2.
There you go, Kelso holding it down for the squad. Put a 2 on top. Koi almost falls as well. Now, we were talking a little bit beforehand about how these spawns doth matter. Hit me with that little bit of info and breakdown, man.
We're really just looking right now at the rotations here. And number 3, you know, this is where you're looking to get a majority of your time, Tug. You know, Freshie's going to be on here, and the way that Raid's playing this from the front of it, you know, trying to keep Finale outside and backed into the spawns, and this is where it might come into play for that rotation from 3 to 4. If they can keep Finale gaming all the way in this back rock spawn, they might have a good transition from 3 to 4, but as I say that, they do pull the spawns, they gain top rock control, and Finale's now spawning all the way back at point 2.
The numbers, man, the numbers. Everybody on Finale gaming so far is putting up positive ones. Mercy almost doubling up. 00 is doing that. Not a 00, but a double, and then in the form of a 2. I think that you get what I'm trying to say there. The words, I tried to make the words connect, and they're just incompatible. Yes, our 4th hard point, though. 10 seconds into it. How you liking it so far?
This is what I like. You know, I like a change, and whereas those point 4 kind of spawns used to dominate it, now it's going to be a little bit more even, but it's going to be tough to jump down this top cliff. Kaiser on that AR, going to get the back line for that long range, but Keslow holding it down with the XM4. Hard to drop down, so is this looking like, after the start from what I'm seeing, Tug, is that those point 2 spawns that you're getting might be more favorable now for point 4?
If the idea is kind of separating the momentum that one team can take from point to point, given that that's, like you just said, again, wisely, very deep insight there, that point 2 is obviously the hard point spawns for all the rage. Longer range shots, Freshie just mails these to 00 and easy. Gets a little bit of damage against him. 9 HP left. That's going to be up to 150, and he'll be in a fantastic position to challenge this next as we start our next rotations. But yes, sorry, if the idea is separating spawns from hard point to hard point, then that I can get behind.
Mercy going down the back line. Finale trying to pull point 2 spawns and hold on to them. They're still spawning back crates, so you're going to look for a scrimmage between number 8 on the sandbags and the players inside ammunition's garage. Freshie and Koi 4-2 dropping down Finale, and the spawns are going to come back at point 4. Initial time for point 1, a usual scrappy hard point, getting soaken up by Rated. Already almost all 30 seconds of it. Finally getting a foot on Finale. Clears them to go down, and a big break now for the time. And Finale is going to keep the lead. Mercy keeping the heat on 17 and 10 right now.
Spawns flipped, not going to matter too much. Zuxum is not too far away. Does fall to easy, and he's going to be proving that name. Long range shots from Mercy again, ending out Freshie with a nice headshot on that. We got a 50-point lead or so for Finale Gaming.
Even looking at this rotation, 2.2 easy, the first one here. Holding back. Finale had a ton of time last time around. Now let's see if Rated can break this very quickly. They're going to be pushing S3 from the top. 1 Kaiser from the bridge. 2 go down for Finale. The swing is coming wide for Rated. 4 cleared out as Mercy goes down, and that's a big break.
All that swinging life away, maybe?
I would.
There you go. 50 points or so. Rated White's done a solid job of kind of contesting there, getting a chunk of their own, but we're still looking at about the same score difference. Rated White now on ammos, Kelso inside, now going to be taking a little bit of more progress for the squad. 5 seconds or so, 10 seconds or so, aim will probably change. Kelso keeping it alive through 10 walls there and more. So obviously, what, a little bit of damage is reduced after your... How did
Freshie not see that?
Okay. I guess we get caught up sometimes in our casting and kind of expect some sorts, certain types of plays from higher level players, higher skill tier players like these, and just get surprised when they don't happen, I guess.
You're really expecting Kelso to go down there, but that XM4, like I was talking about, providing some good gunfights to the mid to long range, and that's where it comes into play against these SMGs. Now Mercy getting tagged up, pinched out from both sides. Fire, a toss-up at the moment, but Zero occupying it, cleared out by Kaiser and Koi. Rated holding on to this. You're really looking at a combination from point 3 and point 4 now to bring this back, as it is an 80-point lead to Finale Gaming. Guys are doing a good job at holding the line right now. Easy on the corner. Some nice overwatch from Freshie. Zero's on board, but Freshie is popping. 17 and 20 might be negative, but getting kills when he needs to.
Fresh and good tasting. That's what Freshie's popping up as. Kelso goes down to a thumbnail of health right there. You breathe on him wrong, he's going to go down. And Freshie does end that one out. Again, though, you gotta take it to the numbers here. Nobody on the side of Rated White is positive. Closest is Freshie at 19 and 20, and TK Kaiser at 20 and 22. Back to our fourth hard point. I'm really enjoying it.
I am too. You know, I like this change. It's a good change of pace for Crossroads. You know, it just felt a lot more dominant from 3 to 4 before, but a lot more even now, and that might kind of be what you're going to be seeing, a lot more Crossroads possibly in the hardpoint stand for the vetoes. So I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
Based on what we've seen so far, not against it at all. I'm so tired of Garrison hardpoints.
Yeah, me too.
Garrison hardpoints. We had a triple dose of those last night, and I mean, I can get teams, you know, obviously it's their choice and stuff. Just Garrison's not my favorite map. It's very busy. That's the only way I would describe it these days, you know? So much going on.
I can get on with that. A busy map, you know, easy to lose track of these SMGs on a map like Garrison. There's sneaky plays that come out of it. Now Finale Gaming cross the 200 marker, have the initial time on point 1 for this reset. They drop 3 players of Rated as well as Mercy, 30 and 17. You know, 52 seconds to be gained on this, and if they back this team up all the way in point number, the old point 4, so I'm so used to saying point number 4, Freshie touches down on this. If he goes down, if Keslo gets on this is still winnable.
Yeah, we're reaching garbage time situations. Mailing shots down the middle. Koi just absolutely takes that one on. He's sitting on top of a pond, and maybe that just means he's at where he needs to be in life. Well, play on words there for you. I don't know. 24 seconds. That's what Finale Gaming needs. They're just outside that garbage time situation, given that Rated White needs really a solid chunk of 3 different now, but they can kind of give up those last 5 seconds or so on 3 different now. If they take the 10 here from Finale, nope, they're going to give that up. That's the wise thing to do. Just turn their attention to the future and what is most likely going to get them a win.
Yeah, but Mercy's doing so much damage in the backline and staying alive. I definitely thought he was dead to rights there. Freshie finally going to keep him up with Koi swimming in that backline. Kelso gaining the time. 20 seconds left for Finale to win it out. 153 seconds to Rated White, looking to mount that large comeback in. Honestly, the favorable spawns to Finale, but they get the split spawn. You clear these 2 players out, you can get a phenomenal amount of time now on this point too.
Nice. Man, that was a great job regardless of Koi kind of keeping the dream alive on that and keeping shots up. As it is, speaking of dreams, Rated White on this one, and wow, a huge 3-piece from the just everybody on the side of Finale Gaming getting a hand of that one, really. Everybody got an assist on that. Now the last 10 seconds or so, Rated is still going to have to charge this and contest if they want to. The man on the bottom is Zuxim. He should be the first one there. Oh my god, no, we have members of Rated White coming all over the place. It's raining Rated White members.
Yeah, and Zuxim finally clearing it. 3 seconds left, but Rated clear the point. Now on rotations. Finale Gaming, they're going to be the first ones here. Can Rated touch down? Somebody contests it, but that is going to be the time as they wipe it. Finale Gaming with a really strong Crossroads hardpoint, but Rated White right knocking on their doors. 172 in their time box. I mean, they weren't out of it. They had a slow start to it. Finale came out hot, and Mercy is just so hard to shut down a player of this caliber with the 74U. I mean, you just see already in this final kill cam, he's just taking the gunfights that he wants and winning so many key individual fights to keep Finale up. Really got to put it on board with Mercy, but at the same time, I mean, Tugboat, you had two players on Finale dropping 30 bombs, and when you have that slaying potential on a team, it's really hard to keep at pace.
Even I can do that math, Seymour. Now that we're not in live action, 30 plus 30 plus is more than 60, and that's huge numbers to come out in a hard point from two players, half of your team. Huge stuff from Finale. Now, I don't want to kind of judge it too quickly, right? I really did not like fourth hard point on Checkmate beforehand, and I don't want again I don't want to judge this too quickly, but it just seems like it plays a lot better, and I'm getting that from the idea of Rated White is simply playing objective more and still putting up a 172 to 250 performance. They got outslayed in every way, shape, and form, but this isn't team deathmatch, and this is a squad that knows that. That's huge stuff. Even if you do have two members absolutely slaying out on the other side, these kills have to simply mean something, and they did in many ways, shapes, and forms. But the thing is if Rated White had or excuse me, if Finale Gaming had 10 points less or so in the last 60 seconds of this, I think we could literally still see this game be going on because Rated White was simply playing different in the last 60. I'm not sure if it was comms or more. I realize now as I'm saying this, we might should have gone into a live listening with one of these two teams in this absolute
Should have,
barber
yeah.
team number one that won 172 to 250. But that's hindsight's 2020, Captain Hindsight over here.
We'll remember
Again,
that
my
for
point
next
is
time,
that
Brad.
Rated White came through. If they'd had a little bit more time to play with, given that it was an all-out sprint to the new rotation of onto P number two or onto the new rotation, excuse me. And that was their only option, right? They didn't have any time to play with there, and so they just go in as quickly as they can. They can't worry about entry kills because they literally have to contest at that point. That's what I'm trying to get at.
You just have to get a foot on, and honestly, at that point, you're not worried about the gunfights. Whereas Finale Gaming, they're the ones watching for that, and they're just gonna slay you down as you cross
Exactly.
on through. But I do agree with you. Point four looked a lot nicer, and it looked a lot more clean for the gameplay. Not so much a stomp on a map like Crossroads that you normally would see. And if you do place maybe a strong AR, on top cliff with somebody holding down a crossfire from bridge, you might be able to get good contention from those old point four spawns. But what I was seeing, very strong aggression from the side of Finale to make sure that as those players dropped from the cliff, as they're rotating through ammunitions and fire, you had players like Mercy, you had players like players like, sorry, my bad, players like Easy,
Kills.
just
Yep.
making sure that you couldn't drop down. They were just laying down the fire and making sure that that rotation from P3 to P4 was as tough as ever if you had the top clip spawns.
Mhm.
So I do like the way that Finale Gaming was playing, but you're totally right. You saw different Rated White at the end of it, and that might be able to transition into the search and destroy on Checkmate. You're really watching for those SMGs to come through and make sure you lock down plane control.
I'm with it. The AR is really saying true and loud in game number one. We'll see if that is a theme continued in game number two. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but the vertical positioning on one side for our P4 on Checkmate or on Crossroads, excuse me. That's we'll investigate a little bit farther because vertical positioning is always an advantage. As it
Ooh.
is on board with Kelso, he's gonna be mailing shots through the walls here, thin airplane doors. God knows we all have experience with that one. Freshie on the other side, he's going to be laying down, just trying to find damage because he does know the double O is close by and can help him out if need be, but does not know the players are not laying down inside. Stun checks and more, everything invested into that one.
As soon as you have this player swing wide, Freshie behind the box isn't spotted, so still laying prone and doesn't have to move an inch until Zuxim says go. This attack from Kelso struggling to even get down to the bomb. Freshie checking over it just in case Zuxim missed it. Still no progression from Finale right here. And as I say that, Kaiser actually getting the first blood to Rated is going to stall this out. Kelso with a good trade, but Freshie keeps the advantage to Rated now. This is a big start. Things are heating up. Finale's down to 1. And Mercy, can you clutch up?
Yeah, 3-1, and you can see on our mini maps here, 5, 7, 8, Kaiser, Freshie, and Koi just really coming through on that to apply the pincher action against the one player. That one just being way more surgical at that point. Round one going quickly once it started, right? Like And it didn't necessarily start at the beginning of that 90-second timer, if you know what I mean.
No, I like the play patience that I saw between Freshie and Zuxim in the back there. I mean,
Yeah.
Freshie laying behind that box, like I said, doesn't have to move an inch until Zuxim says so. And, Zuxim thinking they missed something. You saw Freshie stand up, check through the window in case that somebody was planting the bomb. Didn't happen. The trades come through. Freshie gets the wide swing and the advantage in that. And Rated just takes it all through there, leaving Mercy last alive. Had a strong game one. But, I mean, that's just a tough 3-on-1. You don't blame Mercy there.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I'll reiterate. I didn't like the 5-team or 5-man Call of Duty on a team, but that is the one way, in my opinion, that Search and Destroy was a little bit better. Just losing one was not so monumental to being almost decisive in a lot of different rounds. I seem to remember some math from CDL matches that were like kind of talking about that, but that is theory crafting at this point. And we'll get into that later if I do get those hard numbers. On board is Freshie here. Mercy going to be the first one taken out of this game.
Zux actually switching the 74U off that AR, swings wide onto the wing, finds that. Easy and Zero combined for 2, brings the advantage back to Finale. Blue 0 turning up. Koi last alive, makes it a 1-on-2. So kind of trying to clutch up a 1v3, already making it a little bit easier. Easy going for the gunfight. That's a Krieg on Krieg game fight. And Finale Gaming, they're going to win it out and even this up.
Yes, sir. Finale Gaming again taking game number 1, 250 to 172. In case you're just joining us, and this one showing both sides of the bomb taking a round. Is that something you think we're gonna see continued through here, Seymour?
Well, I mean, you see more a map like Checkmate. It's a lot more easy to kind of decide with those ARs. You have to see some strong submachine gun pushes, some cheeky angles from those attackers, and I haven't seen that yet. Not a lot of pressure to the outside of the maps, and those power angles just staying strong for the defenders. So what I'm seeing right now is yeah, maybe back and forth on that defending side, but one thing changes up. You see the attackers kind of pull out a new game plan, and they find that one route. We could see a change up, but at the moment, very kind of plateaued attacks from the side from both sides, and already 2 go down on each. It's an even 3-on-3.
Zuxim here. Diamond's dancing on the AK-74U. Just kind of playing it slow. No reason to fall early to quick mill aimed blow. That's Mercy trying to mill some across the middle. Actually, none of them do connect with Zuxim. He's got to have had the auditory cues so far. Mercy falling early. Kelso's here 35 seconds, and Kelso falls to Zuxim as well. Fantastic stuff. Man came to this one 1 and 2. Now singing true at the absolute least. He'll end even.
No, easy. Won the one-on-one fight last round. Now has to put the plum down. 20 seconds left, Zux. The internal clock's ticking. He's going to nade it. Bomb goes down. The nade's going to land. The trade comes through. Koi with that team shot. And good timing from Rated to have that follow-up. They're going to take the lead in this, and another defending round.
Yes, sir. Traded all the way through. Rated White started on defense. They took a round, went over to Finale for next. Now round 3 just ending. Rated White taking that one. This is about as good teammate communication, cohesion-wise as you get. Is that fair? Like this last little bit, the bomb goes down, knowing where you got to go. Simtex to the middle, player has to get out. Another player is just literally waiting, knowing that he's going to be right there. We could basically hear those comms ourselves.
That's fantastic communication from the side of Rated. And I mean, Finale, you're not really seeing it there. As I was saying, that these attacks just look so simple. They're just trying to take that plane control. You have nobody going for these flanks. As Zero was kind of aiming up for it. This is what I'm talking about. You got to have that player who's just going to send it through the mid, that submachine gun taking the bottom control, and Zero's playing patient and making sure that you can keep this attack at bay. So I like this play from Finale, not going for full plane control, having a player dance around and make sure Rated can't get too much.
Yeah, everybody on defense has sent a player on over towards A to watch that as well. So again, like Seymour was just saying, B has really been the attacker's only option on this one, outside of just pushing it to kills. And after slow beginning rounds like that, I would kind of be surprised if we don't change that kind of game plan idea on attack to something more tuned towards that and more like 4-man TDM. Who knows? Shades coming through, both of them ending in headshots so far. That's going to be another one ended against Zuxim. So everybody in this game has died to a headshot so far.
Zero.
Let me get another one.
Finding the player underneath. Freshie last alive. Finale's going to shut it down in another defending round here, Tug. Yeah, you're right. We're seeing a pattern. Back and forth. Nobody taking that attack. And you know, maybe, just maybe you want to see somebody take some pressure down the lanes outside the plane. Because right now you're just seeing all the battles take place kind of magnetized around this inner plane, underneath the plane even. And the defenders, they're going to take that. I mean, you set up a crossfire from crates and you have an easy 2-on-1 when those players cross through the doors.
Yeah, again, at that point, just a little bit more methodical. Single XM4 for the side of your Finale Gaming squad, and we'll see see how that does fare. I do believe like you mentioned that they switched up their hardware composition. It's really not again changed the momentum of this defensive rounds gone all the way. Now, what do you think about an offensive hard A push, like all 4 members? What that would be next for Rated White?
Well, maybe, you know, before smokes were out, you used to see like the smokes get dropped and then a quick hit to the A bomb site. But without those, you know, it's a tough bomb site to get to. You have to make sure that you can take control of crates and have a player kind of lurking around that plane control to make sure that you have that crossfire and nobody's watching you when you cross through the 0.3 hard point. So, or the 0.4 hard point. So it's a lot tougher now. But if you send all 4 down, I'm sure you'll find some success.
It's at this point with how defense is playing, it's almost like why not try it? But because the theme has been established at this point, 22 seconds left, and nobody on offense is looking. Okay, never mind. Kaiser right here after follows after Double O takes up a 2-piece, and again, okay, so just putting it into more so this kill-based TDM. Love to see it.
That's something I pointed out. You know, as soon as the attackers started to rotate around, take control to the boxes, take control outside the plane, and not just that plateaued straightforward through the inside tunnel. You know, you start finding these easier gunfights for the ARs. You know, the defenders aren't so ready for that, and they're getting these cheeky angles onto the power angles that are set up from these defenders that are so easy to lock down the plane with. And Finale Gaming, they take advantage of being the first ones to try something new, and they find success out of it. You got 0, 6, and 3 right now on a 4 streak playing for those kill streaks. So if he gets those, that can crack this game wide open for Finale.
Point man and the bomb man, Freshie up front. Can't agree with that one. They now know that bomb is down and where it's at. Mercy and the rest of Finale should be able just to kind of collapse around this, play lives and play inside of plane. Again, these positions at this point are more methodical. Easy now with a longer lane and longer winded flank. He's going to have his healing back as Kaiser trying to give chase, but I think he kind of realized that's not really the move at that point. Looking at top here, Easy's going to get stun checked. Koi does get the information there, but that's all he gets. So we're looking at 2v3 advantage Finale White, or Finale Gaming.
And Koi watching all the way in the back. 0.5 with Kaiser. Easy in the back line. I don't know if they've checked this player. Mercy gives up their information. Kaiser cleans them up. Now Easy peeks on forward from Sniper Tower. Cleans up both of them with that Krig. And that is a 4-2 lead now for Finale, combining their defenses with that one attacking round, taking a 2-round advantage.
That is how you take the lead in your search and destroys, ladies and gentlemen. First 4 rounds, excuse me, it's traded back and forth when it comes to defense. Finale now stringing an offensive round on in there. Defense singing true thus far. Taking it to the numbers. Everybody on the side of Finale Gaming is positive except for Kelso. Kelso is negative at 3 and 4. I guess Mercy's technically even 4 and 4. Everybody on Finale was 3 and 3 coming into that except for Double O, who's 6 and 3, so big numbers from him. Kaiser 6 and 5, big numbers as well. And everybody's not really that far away. Freshies also provided a lot of value in other ways as well. Minute 10 on this. Checking A. Kaiser, that's going to be his role for right now, as Easy's looking just outside of that. Easy just really playing that patience. I love it.
I want to see what Easy can get out here as soon as that Kaiser might not be ready for this. Actually getting pinched on both sides underneath the plane as well. Gonna get tagged up from Mercy. Easy's not even needed. Now that's go time for Finale Gaming. Gonna give up the player. Freshie 4-2 on the B site.
Oh no.
So that's a big stand for Freshie to take. Rated White now evening it up as Koi does find one to keep the advantage in their favor. So 2-on-1 now. Mercy, Craig 6. Has the information of where Freshie is, but Koi unaware at the moment because Koi is moving all the way around the A site. Mercy in the back line towards these point twos in the defender's spawn. You got 23 seconds to work with. Freshie knows where the bomb is. Koi just has to set up this crossfire that they had earlier in this game. This should be a defender round unless Mercy can make some heroic plays. 5 and 4 picks up to 74U, going to clear the player inside B. Maybe gets the bomb down, but Koi playing on point 4 finds those shots and shuts them down and brings this to a one round difference.
Yeah, but defensive advantage going back the way of Finale so far. And honestly, yeah, this is the big play right there. That is the difference between Finale taking this round and not, because with player down over towards A, if Kelso just takes that bomb and gets it out with his teammate still alive, they can both take damage. It doesn't matter. They had, I believe that was easy from down bottom. That could have provided at least a little bit of cover. From A to wing is really not that far. And once they get that down there, that's almost an open plant. And with 3 members of your squad over there, Fourth would have answered the call soon. That signal would have gone up.
Now this attack for Rated, who haven't found an attacking round yet. It needs to be a little bit different. You got number 5, Kaiser, playing all the way back through the A line of sight. But Kesla opening up with First Blood's going to stall this attack even longer. Koi going down, that's a big hit now. Evened at a piece. Now that Rated's found a pick for them both. So in team view, overview, is a 3-on-3. Looking like a B hit as well. 2 players just dancing around. Number 1's going to be overwhelmed. Mercy still coming out with a kill. Zoxon going to swing wide, put some pressure on, and even find the kill. Finds 2 in the mix-it. And Rated White, they come out with the 3K between the 2 players, and they even this up with a successful attack.
Yeah, is this what being right feels like? Is this what being vindicated feels like? It feels like every single time an offensive team has pushed this to kills and not so much paid attention to getting this bomb down, and has gone through and allowed them to take it, snatch that round back. Of these 8, only 2 have been offensive, and they've gone down to kills both time, not plant status.
And that's what you're really seeing here from a player on the defense being so aggressive on the B side. It's going to come down to the kills when you have that backup in the back of the plane and that player playing tight on the B side. If you don't successfully pull that kill out, that's a possible 2-piece for the attackers. And that's what's been happening 2 rounds in a row now. Big win for Rated, but kept even. Now back and forth, pinstriped in the kill feed. Finale down 1 player. Rated, looking like a successful attack, could take the advantage here.
Main advantage right now, Rated White. Much slower play as is required. Build low and easy. 1 closer to B, 1 closer to A. I think that they know that Rated White is more so centralized in that back area, but that's actually really smart just watching sidelines and more. Kaiser pushes up after teammates gets damage, and Rated White now looking at a 3-1 scoreline. Or man line, excuse me. That's easy. Damn.
Easy gonna get cleaned up there. I don't know if they knew the information was there. The player was watching behind them. Maybe at that internal clock that there could possibly be a flank because the information didn't come through. Checks it, easy, bad COD timing. And honestly, that's some good follow through from Kaiser as well. As soon as those shots go on to Koi, I think that was Mercy that put those shots down lane. But as soon as you rotate away from that underneath the plane, Kaiser swings wide, gets the trade, and the damage coming through gives Rated the map point to this, looking to go up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, we are in round number 10. Finale gets this. We get our prophetic 11th round. We do want to see that, especially after Finale took a relatively close 250-172. Not a huge stomp by any means. Wallbangs and more. He's making noise out here. That's Freshy. He's in the shots, but Kaiser's going to take not 1, but 2. This is looking very good for Rated White now, Seymour.
Kaiser just heating up 10 and 6 right now, Tug. They can take this bomb to the A side, get it down safely, and play for that wide open forklift angle. Koi gets in the back line, swaps to the Diamati, makes it a 1v4. Looking for a flawless round number 10. Bombs planted at A. Rated White, everything in their favor. Kelso, 4 and 7. What can you do here? 35 seconds to make the magic happen. Through this crate, Kaiser's going to take that first initial gunfight. You don't get anything going for you. Kaiser with a 3K. And Rated White close out the search and destroy. Go up 2-0 in the series after a 6-4 victory.
Yeah, so that one towards the end, we had a lot of hope, or at least I did, for Kelso on this one. The name of the game at that point is just try and create as many 1v1 situations as you can. Granted that it would have been a long time to come back and heal after these individual gunfights, would have taken a lot, but still on the docket as it was, lose the first one in just a very, very quick 10th round for Rated White. As it is, though, in our best of 5 in a tie situation, 250-172 for the finale in game number 1, 6-4 in in game number 2 for Rated White. We have essentially purchased ourselves a best of 3 situation after the tied up 1-1 situation through games 1 and 2. Now we're gonna go to a very short break unless my man Seymour has something else for you guys to try and give these players a little bit of time to think, talk, and communicate as to what they want to do next, and to try and get this game audio here for you. Again, we appreciate our production and everything they do for us. Seymour, got anything else?
All I can say is you're not just guaranteed 1 raid now. We got 2 raids going for us. Let's throw it to a break. We'll be back with more K7 League. Don't go anywhere. It'll just be short.
Bigger than it could be. And if there wasn't always something dragging us down, like everyone around us saying we're just messing around. Well, maybe I can love you, babe, but maybe I'm too afraid of getting less than I gave. I'm not that brave. We were so close to everything we wanted, to everything we almost had. We were so close that I could almost feel the pain and it hurt so bad. But there's always something changing the way we go. Like everyone around us thinking that they should have a say, but they don't. Well, maybe I can love you, babe, or maybe I'm too afraid of getting less than I gave. I'm not that brave. Oh, I'm not that brave. 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 I'm not that brave.
And we are back here live. Like my man Seymour said, we are tied up 2-2. No, excuse me. I thought the
1 to
were doing
1.
there for a second. 1-1. There you go. Commentators, I claimed to be able to count earlier. Maybe that was just a little bit too presumptuous for me, Seymour.
I was saying peace. Like,
No, I
welcome
get it. I
back.
get that though. I get
Everybody have that, but it's 1 to 1 here in the score line. And we're going to be looking at who can take this control, who can take the swing game for this map number 3 on Raid, send us to even more suburbs. You know, Finale Gaming, they had a phenomenal start to that hard point, but it was relatively close. So, I mean, Rated Gaming, they were heating up towards the end of that, expected a show in map number 2, and we got a show. A lot of defending rounds, but as soon as those attacker rounds came in, you know, as soon as Rated found their pace, they just kind of flowed with it, and they took the reins and never let go.
Exactly. To set that cruise control, pedal to the metal, exceeding the speed limit, and any other driving pun you would include on this one. Rated Gaming striking back in every way, shape, and form. Now, I want to, again, bring it to the numbers here, Seymour. 172, 250, Finale taking game number 1, game number 2 going 6-4 for the advantage of Rated Gaming. Now, you break it down, and again, woe be I to try and do math here again, but correct me if I'm wrong, numbers-wise, like ratio-wise, that's about the same scoreline, right?
You know, I was actually thinking the same thing. I was like, when you look at
I
a
can read your
6-4
mind,
search
Seymour.
and
That's why we're
destroy
casting
loss is about the same heartbreak as a 250 to 172
Yep.
hard
You know
point loss. So when
I'm
you're
forced to
really
do the
looking
math
at that
now.
and
Mm.
honestly, like, it's kind of taboo usually for casters to do the math on stream, but you know, Tug, if you want to do that, by all means, you go for it. We'll hear it out. Control, it's going to be a different ballpark now that both of these teams are here to kind of play. you're going to see a little bit more
Yeah, it's
even on
2/3.
this. In a map like Raid, you're really looking at those assault rifles exactly like the side of exactly like we saw in that search and destroy. The power angles from Kelso and Kaiser. They're both kind of heating up in that search and going back and forth with it. Now on Raid, you're looking at them to kind of play more of a supportive role and allow those submachine guns to more kind of, I'd say, just kind of roam free, like it's your jungle, like it's your own playground, and kind of find those routes through the mid courtyard. Try to cut loose, get in behind underneath the bedroom if you're on defense. You can be really aggressive on a map like Raid, and you can really find a lot of cheeky angles to lock down and kind of spawn trap these defenders. But
Yeah.
on the other side, when you look at it, Raid's also the only map I'd say that has an even kind of attack to defense ratio when you're looking at it. It's just as easy to attack that, because if you're on the attacking side, you want to take your whole team, flood for the B site, get the initial time, whatever progression you could grab there. Because if you get a full wipe on the B site, you can you'll literally spawn back up on the A site directly on it, and you'll have all the advantage that you can ask for. So, on both ends, you can really see what favors each of them. And I think that in this case, it's really going to be a tight one between them.
Yeah, what? Incredibly close and loud. That's how our raids usually play, and there's no reason to believe that this will be anything but that. It's what the doctor ordered, and that's what you want for our tiebreaker round. Since game number 1, that's back where we're 2, and I'm sorry, but I have to brag here. Like you said, Caster's doing math on stream is just an aberration. Generally, is terrible, but my mind's built a little bit different here. 172 divided by 250 is 0.688, and winning by a 6-to-4 ratio means that you are winning. That 4-to-3 is obviously 2/3 or 0.66, which means that was within 0.022 accuracy of our direct ratios here. So tell that to all my professors and teachers, damn it, all the 12 years and whatnot. Fast math done indeed. I might say this for all of time. Oh, go
Quick
ahead.
math.
Go ahead. Yeah, 172 divided by 250. That's what they that's what they got there. Yeah, I have a calculator right up here. There's no way there's no way in heaven or hell that I was going to be able to do that in my mind. Sorry.
So you guys can't see it, but our producer is double checking his
clear.
math.
No, 172, not 175. I see what you did there. Honestly. 170. You have to clear it out, my friend.
Let's talk more about that control, Tug. While he's figuring out the math over
I get what he's
on
doing.
this
I
raid.
already get what he's doing. It's a full meme. You're gonna lose this beautiful face here in a second. It's gonna be replaced with something else. But regardless, what I want to ask you here, Seymour, do you think we're gonna see that same generally 2/3 scoreline, one team winning by about that same ratio here in our control?
Well, from what I've seen, if it keeps going for that, we might be seeing I'd say more of a 3-2 at that. I expect us to go to the distance now that both of these teams are warmed up. Now that they both find their success, you're really looking at at this as a swing game more so. Like, you lose this,
I'm with that.
that hard point's gonna be tough if you're rated. I mean, you already know that you've lost out on a hard point before. Going into a raid hard point, you don't want to be down a map. So Finale's good on that respawn game mode. And this, control being the love child of hardpoint and search and destroy, you got to pay attention to your lives, the time, and the objectives. I'd say that this is more so a chance for rated to go up in the lead and not have to worry about that second hardpoint.
I'm with it, and I agree with you, and I'll tell you why here, Seymour. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, but I'll tell you why I do here today. So it wouldn't be the first time I brought this up, but there is no closer game modes going from a game number 3 or a game number 3 into a game number 4, right? Going from the control into hardpoint. And whoever dictates that momentum in this game number 3 will then be going into that game that's simply more similar. Obviously, game mode 1, the hardpoint going to search and destroy, there's really not that much there. And I don't agree with it, but there's been a lot of Call of Duty players that they think that we should mix that up, given how similar hardpoint and control are, and doesn't make a whole lot of sense to put them on the other side. I'm with that because it really tests teams in every way, shape, and form. If you had those two together, teams on Respawn would simply be at an advantage. Teams that do not grind the search and destroys and whatnot. The classic CDL, the classic CDL saying, right? Just snag the search and destroys, easy peasy, things that you practice, and then take yourself a Respawn game mode. Now, we're going to be starting this up here in just a second, but I want to ask your opinion as well. Call of Duty has control is up and down, right? There's a huge advantage on defense. How do you feel about capture the flag? I'm not going to make this long-winded. How do you feel about capture the flag? There's been a lot of discussion about it.
Love it, but I still like control. You know, I still like control, but I love capture the flag. You know,
Gotcha.
that fourth spot, hardpoint, was replaced with capture the flag. It picks it up a little bit,
Mhm.
but it kind of gets away from the traditional competitive game modes that we do have. You know, the hardpoint,
Got it.
search and destroy, the toss up between. You know, we had uplink, then we had domination, then we had
I was all
uplink, then
about
we had
uplink, man.
control. Then we had then we had domination, then control again. I wish we had uplink again too. You know, I'm a fan of it. I miss it, but we got control, so that's what we're gonna be seeing. Like it or not, we have control.
I'm with it. So let me break this down. Uplink is like the child that we wanted to adopt. Control being the love child between hardpoint and search and destroy, and domination is the one we disowned once we came to our senses and the binge ended.
Well, let's take a look here at what these teams can do on this control. You know, Finale already getting good progression over towards the A site, already a tick and more, but Rated clears them up swiftly, knocks them on back to their spawn, and now you're going to be seeing a triple hit over to the B site.
Classic stuff, a little bit of progress on both. Finale looking at B, Mercy just hitting the deck on this one as a lot of damage comes on against Kelso. Nothing doing though. Still got a solid bit over there on B, and looking at more. Mercy shows the head and gets absolutely filled in the mouth with lead. Hate to see it.
You know, Finale Gaming already coming out with a hot lead to this, looking to bounce back off that search and destroy. You know, I'm wondering how their comms are. I'm wondering what they're feeling, Tugboat. So I don't see why not. Let's hop in and see how the comms are for Finale Gaming.
I can't drag you. Second one, bravo.
As you watch, stops.
Yep. I have your open. Watch your money.
I'm watching money right now.
Your cap. Yeah, good shit. I think pillars. They're pushed up on our spawn.
Oh, yeah, he's outer ring. There's this kid, money.
Yeah, one zig. Just run through their spawn, bro. Run through their spawn.
He's
there,
in kitchen.
I think one's in money.
I don't see him.
Corey's absolute on right. Right at launch you, Tony.
Dead.
Kitchen.
The kitchen
Two.
dead.
Kitchen dead.
One was zig.
They're spawning basketball, yeah.
Yeah.
He's on top of right, absolute. Kaiser.
He's one shot.
Yeah, he's left side.
Talk some absolute too. Oh my god, bro.
Where's he at?
We need to. They're both on.
Okay. He pushed up into red. Just trying to fly. One outer. One Kaiser.
Kaiser's absolute on hill.
Push him out.
Push him out. Let's go.
Spawned out.
Behind us, dude. We gotta keep that. We can't all force stack that.
And we are back in here after some electrifying comms there, talking about money, sounding like a mugging victim or somebody that doesn't want to get pickpocketed or something like that, right?
I mean, it sounded a little bit hectic in the comms for the side of Finale Gaming. They seemed a little bit panicked, but honestly, a lot of control to the pacing as well, Tug.
Yeah, so a lot of back and forth so far. Again, this is Finale and Rated White. Just to go over the scores here. Again, tied up 1-1, 250, 172 for Finale. Rated White took it 6-2-4 in the search and destroy. We need the screen share, man. Kyle.
I apologize for the casting. At the moment we can't see the game.
Yep.
We're just working.
There we go.
on
Love
that,
you, buddy.
But here we go. In with this side and already in that best play, Tug.
Oh, I realized what happened there. That's actually kind of our fault, honestly, because yeah. So we're doing it. Yeah. Shout out to our producer. He's doing exactly what he needed to. That's yeah. Oh well. Moving forward here. Chalk it up to software issues. Pretty sure they saw the action through and through anyway, so they just got a brief respite from the vocal garbage that comes out of my mouth. Kaisers, who we're on board with so far, 10-5. Big numbers from him. Looking at other big numbers, Zexum almost doubling up as well at 7-4. Kelso, big man Kelso coming through, 10-5.
And Rated White continuing their success off that search. Looking for a full hit on B. That's what I was talking about. You know, as soon as Finale wipes them, if they do, you're going to be spawning on that A site is what we're looking at. But First, look at the pressure they're getting. Already 2 ticks before this gets off. Are they going to even get that? Zuxem with a big kill onto basketball courts. 2 ticks of progress. And now they're spawning on the A side like I was talking about, 2 players there. So this is big time for Rated. Big start to this control. Nice. They're going to cap the B side. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. And they're getting a ton of time over on the A side as well.
Yes, the only player there really is Easy and gets taken out by a Koi. Headshot, not 1, but 2. Easy, Mercy, both falling in similar fashions. A is gone, done, dusted. Rated White is on fire.
Whew. 2-0, that is one of the fastest controls I have ever seen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're curious on what just happened, I mean, that full 4 hit onto the B site, you know, you get 3 players on there. If you get 4, you gain time so fast in that progression bar. I mean, it can be capped in as much as 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. And then as soon as you're wiped off that, you're going to be spawning right on that spire that you're seeing on the switching sides menu, right on point A. And in fact, that spawn is going to give you so much power to the challenges from Finale Gaming, from Laundry. And that's exactly what Rated White did. They took advantage of it, they locked it down fast, and they capped it with basically no time, with all the time in the world to spare.
Yeah, seriously. A lot of time there. Finale Gaming coming up slapping so far there. Easy finding ahead and more as Kelso takes one with a little bit of frag action now. So Rated Gaming really came through absolutely slapping. We were looking at our KSDs there, and I believe that was Fresh who ended that last round just barely shy. I think he was 6 and 7 coming into this. Finale Gaming, different stories. Kelso was doubling up at, I think, 11 and 5, but now this is Finale Gaming striking back. This is an offense that has dictated the momentum, progress, and control, the stands, and everything in between of these control rounds so far, and that is not something we often see.
Kelso moving through the middle of the map, looking at K control of Kitchen. You got number 4-0 as well, winning a crucial one-on-one in the spawns of Rated. And now the pinch is coming through. They're going to be clearing the B site effectively and efficiently. I say that, but Zero and Kelso both go down to Koi and Kaiser, who set up a pinch from the side of Pool and Garden. And fighting back, Finale, trying to keep their front foot forward, but having trouble even stepping onto this point. Rated. Every single trade that they get on this defensive side, you have to favor the defensive team. Zux going for the full flank. He's going to get some kills, going to start the route and look to do damage before they make it to the point even more.
Nice stuff from Zuxem here, kind of cleaning up the middle here. Dumping it out to basketball courts. Saw a little bit of progress, and Kelso just absolutely ends that out. Takes down 2, and this has just been going back and forth with these double kills, both teams, but mostly Finale coming out on this one, looking to tie it back up here. They're striking back in every way, shape, and form.
14 lives to 15 here, too. You know, you got almost 2 ticks of progression for Finale, but being shut down here, you have to cap this here, or else you're going to be going down into that hard point and down 2-1. It might not be the best. Now, hard point was your best showing right now in this series, so honestly, your hopes are still high, but this control being dictated completely by Rated, and they're locking down the B sides very successfully. You know, the lives are almost even. Finally, the attacks coming through. They're going to get control of the B side. Koi going to come in here to fruition for it, but a full 4 wipe onto Rated, and that is going to be an easy cap on the B side with literally, you bat an eye, you miss it.
Yeah, seriously, a lot of time as well. What a way to show back up for Finale Gaming after Rated White takes game 1 and 2 very quickly in the controlled best of 3, or first to 3, I guess is the correct term there. Fantastic stuff. I really would love to see Finale kind of push this back so that we do go down to game number 5, depending on who gets defense, with the least amount of deaths. Again, it'll be the least amount of deaths going into game 5 if we get there in the control to decide who gets that defensive round. But at this point, honestly, 2 of these, we're obviously starting game number 4 now. 2 of these 3 round wins have gone to the offensive side, so maybe, you know, defensive advantage is dead. Who knows?
You got 45 deaths between 3 players of Finale. You know, Kelso really showing up here. So Rated White, they are going to, if this goes round 5, they're probably going to have the defensive advantage as well. But we've seen a lot of successful attacks. Strikes are going to come through. The artillery strike going to bomb down. Kelso going to drop those. Actually, he's holding on to them. He doesn't want to use it just yet. He's really holding off on this. He's looking like, it looks like Finale or Rated is going to cap the A site, and Finale playing for a full hold on B.
Kelso actually did use his information on this first little bit of the kill streak. Now looking the outside. Freshie from the middle makes mincemeat out of Kelso after Zuxum dies in similar fashion elsewhere. A is done. B is where the attention's at.
Even look more rated, fighting for jungle advantage as well. You got 2 players off screen fighting Kelso, but Kelso cuts them down. Freshie stays alive, but barely. And looking to flank that, Kaiser gets through kitchen, cleans him up. Now a good chance for Rated to touchdown on this site. Easy's gonna go for money control, but Kaiser shooting nukes. Easy stood no chance. Kelso's gonna spawn right back up in the back of the map, actually spawning Laundry, cleans up the player in basketball court, looking to take control back of the B side. Still no progression for Rated. Rated, you know, you're finding the kills, but you're really finding no succession. Why is that? It is because you got a player in bedroom and 2 players pushing Zed.
Yeah, again, the perfection when it comes to playing these individual positions. Again, that just comes off the back of playing this raid map a whole lot here in our Cold War map, and maybe a little bit in the past too. 21-9, Kelso more than doubling up on this. Easy tries to make his way through kitchen, he gets cut down as he's making his way through there. Kelso, there you go, nicely done. Edging out the bottom right corner of this window area. Kelso looked like he might have been able to fall there, but more shots from the window, saves his life. His team's playing very well.
We saw methods earlier, you know, locking down bottom bedroom, causing a lot of havoc onto Optic in the Super Week, but honestly, Rated, they're not even worrying about bedroom. They're allowing them to take this control and just going for full kitchen control each and every single time, but finding no success in that is because when they drop down, they have so many places to check. Finale Gaming have such a wide spread. They got the even lives as well. Cleaning up kitchen is going to be Rated. Kelso with a double kill on that nade, throwing a beautiful Hail Mary. And that is going to stall out this attack even more. You're down to 15 seconds, 13 lives on 13 lives. Rated, they have to make something quick.
Yeah, Kaiser realized he was not going to be able to afford to fall on this one. Now the close man is Kaiser. He'll be coming through windows and he's second. Will he get there in time? Not going to happen. Finale Gaming striking back. Round number 4 of the control setup situation, 2-2. We are going now to our 5th round, and I did not catch up with the deaths. No idea who's going to be on defense.
I didn't see it as well at the end there, but if it was at the start, you know, I'd be seeing Rated with the initial start because there were the 3 players each at the start of that last round with 15 deaths on the side of Finale. That would be at least 45 kills for Rated. And yes, so Rated are going to be starting off on that defense. And that's going to be the advantage here to the red team. You know, they struggled on that attack the last time. Finale had a really strong defense after giving up the A site. Let's see if Rated can kind of answer right back with the exact same thing.
I'll definitely be on the game plan for them as it is. First blood going the way of Rated, so a solid little start here. Look on the top, longer range shots nailed, closer range shots hit. 00 so close, and there's a 3-piece here, and takes first progress on a first hit going his way after he deals with almost the entirety of Rated White. Second tick coming through soon as well. Now got a teammate there looking to fans, not gonna happen. Gets taken out as Freshie channels his inner, his inner, man, I forgot who that was just a second ago. Freshie, that's who it was. Excuse me.
You know, with that one tick, finally going to be decapped. Rated, find their stabilization. Easy inside Art, cleans up Zux, but he's getting pinched on either side. Kaiser's going to take the gunfight. Easy cleans it up. That's a big win now for Finale to start their attack. Freshie's going to take the driveway. Zero's going to shut him down. Mercy with a 3rd one. And now Zux steps up to the plate, but what you don't understand is that the attack's over the B site. And Finale, they're starting the progression on the opposite side.
Low just needs to keep it alive right there. He did maintain the attention of multiple players, and now we're just outside B, a second tick of progress on B, but Easy gets cut down where he stands. Kaiser on the other side, AK-74 not gonna sing true close. Kaiser getting everything on that one. XM4 proven true again. Easy mailing shots across the middle here for our pool area and more. To the window, to the walls, that's for Kelso as he takes down one there, continues on progress soon. Once he steps outside of this, leaves the bar. It's easier said than done, trust me.
Kaiser wasn't a 1-on-3 the last time they were taking progression at B, and single-handedly kept Rated in this for the B side of the map. He's going to be swinging wide. The double peek from Easy is going to allow that, but trades are favoring Finale. You're very close to capturing the B site. Keslo just barely getting a foot on B secured.
Nice.
You got the minute 20 on there. Big start now for Finale. A chance. They already got a progression, second progression over at A. Koi sneaking through. What damage can he do in the back line? You see Kelso burns the cruise missile. Koi already finds a first. Links together a second. Now he's going to doodle his way into Art and see if he can break through these defenses or this attack even longer. He finds a third one as well. Just playing his life, being a nuisance.
Yeah, that's exactly what is necessary for Rated White. Easy, takes him out there, so nice little damage out, gets the information and more, sends it over towards A. That's going to land in just a second. Takes out a teammate on that one. That is not a mistake that Finale Gaming can afford to make here at 4 lives of 13. No more respawns. They only have the lives that they have, Finale Gaming does.
Rated, I mean, they were down 0-2. Finale had such a good start to this. And now they're setting up for the reverse sweep inside this control. Finale, you know, they got 2 lives left. Mercy and 0. Mercy trying to do the damage, but now it's all up to 0. 25 seconds left. A 1v11. You gotta be counting him out. He's got 20 seconds to make something happen. Rated cleans him up. They lead this now 2-1. And I actually had that backwards. You know, Rated was up 2-0. Finale started that comeback. And Rated cleaned it up, so they keep this going. They win a big control map and take the swing for the advantage of the series. And now Finale, they got to look to repeat another victory on hardpoint to force a map 5.
Yeah, so we have seen a lot of 3-1s so far this season for the K7 League that, at least on paper, continues now. Might be a 3-2, but it's either going to be a 3-2 or a 3-1. There's no 3-0 capabilities as of right now. Now, really, Rated White, just looked really, really good, but only in a couple of those control rounds. Is that a fair statement?
I mean, Rated, they looked strong when they had the aggression on there. You saw a lot of that. They kind of stepped off the gas pedal when they were up 2-0. They started being a little bit lenient and giving a lot to Finale. And Finale was taking like swift control of each side of the map, and then really dictating the pace of it in the mid-game. Now, at the end of it, Rated, they were gifted the defending side. And at that, they slowed down the start. They made sure they wiped the side of Finale Gaming. They sent those stragglers, their teammates, to be aggressive, get in the backline, and just be a nuisance there. Koi doing a good job as soon as that B side got capped to just make sure you can mix up that backline, find a few kills, and make sure that Finale couldn't get that swift rotation from B to A. So I have to say, you know, Rated, they started off hot. They slowed down into the middle of that. And towards the end there, they made sure to hold on and close this out. Now you're looking at hardpoint. They have to make sure that they stay hot throughout the whole thing, because you take reference to the Crossroad we saw earlier, Tug. I mean, they were slow at the start, and then he started heating up towards like I'd say as soon as Finale hit that 170 marker, you started seeing it Rated heat up and pull this one back. Now, in Raids or hardpoint, this might be different. You know, Crossroads might have just been Finale's game map. So now you're looking at Raid hardpoint to kind of start hot, keep your momentum from respawn to respawn, and kind of push through for a possible 3-1. However, you know, we're gonna look at the storylines here, because Finale in the game sheet, it says that the week number 1 they won a game 5, so they might be used to being in this position. They might be looking to play that late game and close out.
Yeah, it's always where our attention as casters and observers really do go, how these teams do perform later rounds. But as it is, Rated White looking pretty good so far. Again, dropped the first hardpoint 172 to 250, but that was a different map. Coming into Raid next is 6-4, and then 3-2 was the search and destroy and control round score lines. Game number 4 on a map that they just did very, very well on. And I have to say momentum is going the way of Rated White right now, but Finale also not out of this one quite yet. They're very familiar with their opponents at this point, and I know they'll be able to take that and kind of play their lives and play that advantage coming into this game number 4.
And I really need to see, you know, that same pace that we saw a player like Koi take, you know, get into the back line, kind of mix things up and make sure you're just being that nuisance in the back of the map, because there are some pretty heavy rotations in the map like Raid that you need to have in a hard point. For example, points 3 to point 4. You know, from that garage to basketball courts, you have to start that rotation early. I'd say around maybe the 25-second marker, where usually you would see a 20-second rotation for those players holding down on the point. Now, if you can maintain strong rotations from 3 to 4, you know, you uproot those spawns in jungle, you maintain it so that you can kind of flip things on the team attacking that garage. you can gain so much time from garage to basketball courts. That's where my eyes are going to be. Those are the two money hills that Raid has to offer. I mean, you look at point 1, it's chaotic. Point 2, kitchen, chaotic as well. You're really fighting from the front line and jungle. And then point number 5, you're literally in the middle of the map. I mean, it's even on both sides. You're definitely going to have a toss up there. So point 3 and point 4, that's where my eyes are. And a player like Koi, a player who can sneak in the back line and do some damage, that's what you're looking at for Rated if they want to take this hard point.
Yeah, we saw so much of advantage taken by these kind of flanks or whatever. Koi was the one that we got in there, like on stream there towards the end of our Raid control map. Being able to do that again, obviously respawn game modes, but it'll be coming through at a very crucial time at hardpoints if they are executed. Like what I'm saying is it may not happen so much off the initials, but there is a lot of advantages that can be taken from just simply showing up where you're not expected on any game mode, hardpoint included. Looking at this one, I can't agree with you more. Points 3 and 4 will really be where either of these teams do break away, I believe. But getting into it now, on board with Mercy first.
And as always, Finale on the blue side, Rated on the red side. Rated right now with the favorable spawns for kitchen. You're looking at mid-map control to see if Finale can kind of pull that back and do some damage in that back line. And so they're going to be sending a player 3 and 5 off screen to have a big gunfight with each other. But Kelso just going to go for control on pillars. Make sure that you can maintain a heavy lead off of point 1 and now push the spawns through Laundry. Zero's going to be here. Freshie wins out and Kelso also cut down. So chance for Rated to break through.
This is a big opportunity. Rated really coming out in the slaying department so far. But again, hardpoint 1 usually going to be a little testing area of these two squads. They've got to know each other pretty well though. They literally have blood on each other's jackets and sweaters and whatnot from these engagements thus far. Double O's, who we're looking, sends some shots across the top, does get some against Koi, and Koi not able to get out of dodge, but Freshie just puts down Kelso and Double O exactly where they stand as they're trying to push this in. Last 3 seconds or so, on board the Zucks, and he wisely decides to get on out and move to the next hard point, at least to get in position for it. He's got to know that most of Finale is coming this way.
And Zucks, big gunfights here. Zero's going to be the first one already tagged up a bit, so wins it out. But Kelso with the trade, and let's take a look at that. No, Finale's actually going to be spawning all the way at Art, so still not taking this. Rated, holding onto it. Now if they clean up Kelso, they could get a monumental hold on the side, or on this kitchen hardpoint. Easy though in the back line, looking to do damage. Kelso from money. Finale, they break through the front. They don't even need that back spawn. Successfully taking it back. 30 seconds to be had here. And this is where Rated might want to look to give it up and go for the garage. But I say that, they're still fighting for it. Freshie bakes through. Kelso with the one-on-one cuts him down. And Rated still holding on to point 3 spawns. But a dangerous one that was to fight kitchen.
Yeah, really, it always is. This time, no exception at all. Eyes to the future. Third hard point. Raid is mostly set up on this, but that's not going to matter when Kelso and Mercy both get entry kills. Kelso playing this one a little bit looser and trying to push through that area. Does get stopped right there. Kaiser mailing some shots across this garage area, across tops of these cars and more. And that's going to be Rated White, taking the advantage soon if they keep this in. Again, Kaiser keeping up this longer range AR pressure. Kelso showing up with that of his own. Freshie gets gifted an easy one there, even with the AK-74U, as there was barely any life left on our players there.
Still a lot of time to be had for Rated here. Easy working outer garage. Mercy doesn't even need that help. Okoye, the last one on there. Big break from Finale, and a huge start to this. They're going to gain 20 seconds off this. This is where I was talking about, you know, 25 seconds on garage is usually where you want that rotation to start. They break with 20 seconds of scrap time. It's going to be even now on to basketball courts with a little bit of a lead to Finale. Kelso already working for jungle, playing his life, waiting for the recruits to come in, the cavalry to help him out. He is 12 and 4. Kaiser locking down spawns. See if Kelso can do any damage. Big one-on-one's one, but the trade should be coming through, and it is Freshie. Gonna have to not worry about the stairs.
There it is, as Rated White takes over some solid progress of this. We'll be heading on to a live listen with your Rated White squad.
Yeah, right. Okay. One coming. My money. Two front. Two money. One flower.
Yeah, I'm watching this front. If they run
one front.
Watching front. Hold that back.
One CT.
I spawned out.
Two behind y'all, two behind y'all,
Come on,
two
weak.
behind y'all.
Nice.
I got
Watch your back.
Good wins, good wins. I'm sitting in your kitchen.
Mercy, two.
I was like,
Mercy's on the
That's
high.
fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
can you go to the
Set up new, set up new.
Alright.
I am.
I'm holding kitchen.
Yeah, he's not gonna come up front either. Yeah, I'll sit in
Kitchen
here.
got me. One in kitchen.
Rings.
Mercy's in kitchen, weak.
And
Yeah,
out.
He's dead. One more.
I spawned water.
Okay.
I'm sitting
Yeah,
mid. Hide from that guy. Hide from that guy.
I need a trophy. I'm dead.
Do we get pillars?
Got one circles. Got one circles.
Nice.
I have no trophy.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in your corner.
They're gonna be open in kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen. Don't peek him.
Yes, that was your rated white squad coming through with some really impressive comms, even as the pressure did come in. So they've lost they lost the technical lead on that one, but with as close a game as this, that is a finale squad that's gonna have to do a lot more than that. Rated white on a little bit of a run there towards the next hard point.
And this is what I was talking about, a toss-up for 0.5. You know, Rated gaining a lot of time here, and those comms, they were really concise, they were effective, and honestly, they were patient. You know, they weren't worrying about finale. They had no worry in the world about this team breaking on through. And that's what I like to see, the patience from the squad. Freshie on a 5 spree, going to be cleaned up by Mercy now on site. Down 40 kills. What can he do? A big one-on-one to game the scrap here. But looking on the rotation, it looks like Rated's going to be the first ones here. Number 2 and number 3 working from Art to try to keep a foot on and contest it even more.
What, 2 now down for Rated. Freshie's there. Freshie will try to play the life. Does take down easy. Koi following suit on that one. Headshot and more. Last player's 0-0 over there, and Spawn's coming way outside. Koi tries to set up on those. Not going to happen. No anchor plays here today. Kelso gets taken down with some long ranges again, as now it seemed like there was a little bit of split action there. Yes, now Mercy is trying to get in this one. Invited the dance, but doesn't find a partner. Rated white all over this one after taking out Finale Gaming and going up now on about a 50-point run over.
We were talking about the hardpoint earlier. You know, Finale, they look solid on Crossroads. This is different Rated, though, in the hardpoint scene. After seeing them take this control, definitely feeling a lot better in these respawns. Now, Kaiser on a 5 spree, seeing what he can work on with that. Zero's going to clean him up, stop the streak, and in fact, look to hold spawns for Finale on the second point kitchen. They can gain this. They can definitely pull this back. I mean, 40 seconds. They're right back into this game, but a knocking on the door is going to be Rated. Looking to take this fight. Koi from outside against Kelso. Koi's going to take it. You have the cavalry helping out Blue. Are they able to break on through? You have the help from Easy, but so strong is Rated right now as they lock it down from the front side of kitchen and spawn out Finale.
Yeah, so big team fight win there for Rated White. They'll be getting the majority of this, and now slow spawning is Finale Gaming after trades come through. The force spawns out towards our cul-de-sac area, really spelled out, what, at least 15-20 seconds now. 0-0 and the rest of Finale Gaming gonna find this to be a really tough nut to crack.
And we talked about, you know, Finale waiting for that game 5. They might not see a game 5 with the way Rated is playing right now. Point 3, you know, we talked about these money hills. You know, definitely a chance for Finale to pull this one back. I said it before and I'll say it again. You know, one hard point, they're right back in this tug now. You get a strong lead off, or you get a strong amount of time from this hill on Garage. You can pull yourself right back into this game and link one from Garage to basketball courts. But you can't let Rated break you early. Already coming in for the attack. Koi's cut down. Going to stall out this attack from Freshie. And a good crossfire from Easy.
Really just playing the life. Freshie there, and then waits to pop out. Smart stuff on that, but that's going to be triple ups and more from Finale. Koi finding out Mercy there towards the end, as he did have some damage from others. So Finale Gaming about halfway to doing exactly what Rated White did to them. They take another 30. They'll only be down by about 25, Seymour. Easier said than done, though, is Koi, and that looks like Zexum on the other side trying to make it in. Test laid down, and that's a bad idea in Kelso's area.
But Kaiser cleans it up now, clears off the site for the scrap time. And if you get the rest of this, you're going to be about at close to the 230 marker. So Finale really fighting off their back foot here. And Koi being very patient in jungle. Oh, he has 2 players right in front of him. Mercy cut down. They find this next one. Easy going to take the gunfight. Slides a little bit too far, but a 2-for-1 trade. You know, Rated's going to take this. They're going to run on through for basketball courts. The front line strong. Kelso cuts down Rated. And early time to Finale.
Great spawns as well. Finale's not going to be starting their new lives very far away. Longer range shots and more. Koi and everybody else from Rated trying to find a way in edgewise for this. They put up these next 40 seconds or so, Seymour. We're going to see a tied game.
Already. And break on through Rated. Finale. Stronghold. 30 seconds left on this. And Rated fighting from pool. Nobody spawning out at all. Easy's gonna move over to kitchen. Look for the next spawn. 0. Big double kill now. 4 go down for Rated. Initial time at 5 right now in control of Rated. Spawning up at jungle is Rated White in the backline. Kelso fighting inside lockers. Finds 2. The third one. Not even gonna go for the challenge. Rotating 4.5 now. Only down by 15 seconds and 0. Locking this down with a strong 74U.
Yeah, so Blue's back to the middle. That's Finale. Dropping Kelso off the beginning of these is Freshie in the... Okay, so Freshie was trying to come in from the north side while Zuxim was trying to come in from the south, or from the west, or east, excuse me, here, and trying to, like, kind of create a pinch position, as it is Finale Gaming now taking a minor lead. 2 points. Mercy's not able to keep it alive from the middle. 00 falls, as well as Rated White coming back, and that's another lead change.
Back and forth, everything you can ask for. Kelso now on board with it. 2 kills to Finale, but Rated still with a foot on. Both teams still possibly can win off this. You just need the clear one. 2 wipes from Finale. Time's back on. 20 seconds to win it out. They can win it on point 5. You need to touch down though. Kaiser, 3 players from Rated. They show up, cut down Finale. We are going to see another rotation back to point 1, Tug.
Oh, that's not far away at all either. 7 seconds to put Rated White at 248 or so. Zuxim starting this one up perfectly, and shots coming in from Mercy. That's gonna be great for the side of Finale, but no, 2 more fall. He's gonna have to get pretty much everything done as easy. And number 4, the 00 spawning far away, and Rated White snatches it out. 252-34. Is that gonna definitely gone the other way, Seymour?
Woohoo! That is what you asked for from Raid. I mean, 7 years of Raid. And this is all that you could want from it. As close a matchup in this hardpoint, but Rated White are taking the series 3-1. Wow. Both teams heating up at the end there. It was exactly like Crossroads. I mean, you had that back and forth going for you, but Finale took the reign and they ran with it at the end there. Ever since that lead, though, it has been Rated White in and out. I mean, they were 2-0 in the control before Finale found their footing. They closed it out in that round 5. All the momentum into the hard point, and Raid just their playground to run with. 250. What? 234. That was brilliant.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. It's gotta be your turn to feel a little bit vindicated now. These Hill 3s, Hill 4s, those 3rd and 4th hard points, man, they've decided everything in a bag of chips in this one. As we saw, huge breakaway hills that really just mattered towards the end of this. A nail biter indeed, 234-250. But that is gonna be Rated White taking this matchup against Finale Gaming 3-1 here on our K7 League. Some fantastic stuff. Sometimes at this point, casters are talking about MVPs. I got nothing in that department. This was team-based efforts from both sides. Yes, it ended 3-1, but this could have very, very easily gone the other way, and we'd be looking at map 5 right now. Both squads should be very, very happy with how they played this here tonight.
Like 1 or 2 gunfights go the way of Finale.
Yeah.
Different story. In all, like that was as close as you can ask for. I mean, round 5 control. I mean, a 20-point hard point basically at the end there. I mean, the only thing that could have been closer is a game 5.
Yeah. The Finale winning game number 1 was far and away the biggest difference between these two squads. Last 3 rounds, absolute nail biters through and through. 4 and 6, almost going literally to the round 11 for Rated White in game number 2. 3-2, going to that round number 5 in the control. Again, went Rated, and then a score difference of 16. That's keeping a couple toes on for next to no time, for literally the ass and some scrap time, some garbage time of a couple different hard points. Crazy stuff. As it is, we got the 10 p.m. match coming through. Is that correct, Seymour?
10 p.m. Heartbreakers versus Wave Runners. That is going to be a solid one as well, and I can't wait. And in fact, it's going to be myself and Shifty on board for that cast, you know, in the later ends of the K7 League. So if anybody's looking forward to some more action for Call of Duty, I'll be there and can't wait to see you as well. Tug, any closing thoughts?
No, that's going to be pretty much it. I want to give a shout out to our partners again. That's GitGudHosts, Innovated Gear, as well as DropShotStats, the DesignByYou squad, and of course, Gamers Resort, working with gamers and mental health issues and more. I'm FBI Tugboat. That's going to be it for me here tonight. I will not be on the 10 p.m. game. If you liked what you heard and liked what you saw, then you can find me over there on Twitter at FBI_Tugboat. Now, my man Seymour here, much easier. No underscores, no spaces, no nothing. CMOORE, Seymour Casts. spelled just like it is. We want to give a shout out to our producer here. That's for Trial. You can find him over there on Twitter at the number 4 TRIXAL. Again, that's the number 4 TRIXAL. Language is hard. English is hard, Seymour. But that's going to be it from me. I really appreciate casting this with you. It was a hyped one indeed. 3-1. Fantastic stuff. We're going to go to a very short break. And we have more Call of Duty action again between the Heartbreakers and you had a second ago. Who was it?
Wave Runners.
My man. Always can count on you in there in a clutch, Seymour. I will not be back with you. Seymour will be with my man Shifty, and they'll be bringing the action there for the 10 p.m. game. Appreciate you watching. Don't tune away because we'll be right back.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help